20 years ago, 20 years ago, one promo changed everything. One promo changed everything, and it started with this. You know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here. Scott Hall's promo when he returned to the WCW in May of 1996 sparked the beginning of the Monday Night Wars and the start of the angle that would put WCW on the winning streak for 84 weeks in a row. And that would make WWE have to kickstart the Attitude Era in 1998 or 1997, whenever you think that they did. But one promo did all that. One promo made an era begin. And it upped the face value of his name. It upped his name recognition tenfold. Because with that promo, hundreds and hundreds of more people knew who Scott Hall was. Everyone who saw him on WWE knew who he was. But the one thing they didn't know is why was he on WCW Nitro and not Monday Night Raw on that week, on that fateful night in May of 1996. Well, some people didn't know about the curtain call in Madison Square Garden at the WWE house show because, my friends, it was a house show and not a live TV event. So the only way you knew is if you were on the early internet, the early dirt sheets, or if you were at the show. Other than that, you had no idea that Scott Hall was going to show up when he did, and I don't think anybody knew he was going to show up how he did. Because he didn't go down the stage. He went from the crowd, hopped the rail, grabbed the mic, went in the ring, and cut a promo on WCW. Laying out a challenge to WCW that would later be accepted and become the match at Great American Bash, in which the NWO was officially formed. But a fan today would be shocked to find one promo would have such an effect, would have such a snowballing effect like Scott's promo did in May of 1996. But that's the difference between now and then. Then promos were big. Now, if you can flip around the ring, if you can put together a good match, then that is what matters, even if you cut an average promo. Scott Hall's promo was the start of magic, was the start of the NWO magic that went from May until Bash at the Beach later that summer. And it would keep going and going and going until 1996, because the legacy of his promo is affected because it's together with the legacy of the New World Order, and the New World Order's legacy isn't that good, because most people don't believe that the NWO was one of the best stables in wrestling history, because of the size that it grew to and the amount of incarnations that the stable had, including the NWO Black and White and the NWO Wolfpack. See, when they started adding talent that had no ties to the WWF, they screwed with their golden goose. They messed up because Hogan, Hall, Nash, DiBiase, Vincent, and X-Pac would have been a perfect NWO. And though I didn't agree with Mr. Perfect joining Kurt Hennig, he would have made a perfect NWO member. And then you could add Rick Rude. But fact of the matter is, numerous names that were in the stable didn't belong in the stable. And now there are critics who say that the NWO Sting was a stupid decision. Well, my friends, I'm not one of those people. The NWO Sting is the only non-WWF member that I was okay with having in the stable. Because the legacy tarnished by the numbers. But you can still pinpoint the good moments. Like when DDP in January 1997 hit the diamond cutter on Hall and Nash, which springboarded Dallas Page as a top contender to the NWO, and Macho Man Randy Savage. Or Hall's return, Nash's return, Hogan's turn at Bash at the Beach, Hogan winning the world title, the start of their feud with Sting, and the build of their feud with Sting, the Horsemen versus the NWO in War Games, one of the most gruesome War Games matches in history. Or one of the most tense, rather. Fact is, real heat developed backstage out of jealousy. Do I think that if the NWO ended sooner, WCW would still be here? The NWO had nothing to do with the end of WCW. But I do think that you would have been able to save the legacy of the New World Order if it ended before the numbers killed it. Because when Scott Hall cut that promo, he lit a fire under WCW and made people want to watch. One promo changed an image for a company, or the image for a company. And now I sit here and tell you it gives that feud up until a certain point that angle was the perfect layout of how to kick off a feud, because Hall did not work for the first 2 or 3 months of his tenure with WCW. Same with Nash. It was all promos. A lost art. Creating interest by talking rather than wrestling. I am one for working. I am one for people competing in the ring because it fits the name of the brand that is professional wrestling. But sometimes, just sometimes, having a feud where the focus is talking rather than wrestling is a breath of fresh air, just to see that the people can talk you into your seats rather than work you into your seats. Scott Hall did it, and did it quite well. This, my friends, was the start, and we're just getting going, because it is now time for us to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the start of the New World Order. Because much like the NWO, this React series is too sweet! If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. And subscribe to the channel for more content just like this that you can only find right here at Wrestling Express. Till next time. Later.